Greetings, friends. Jason here for AxodysFC. Pretty weird one tonight. Remember that moose that was in our neighborhood a few days ago? And well, it came back and it visited my yard. So I'm going to show you a little bit of footage of why I'm not wandering around nearby tonight. So it may not be immediately obvious, but the moose is right above that green yard waste bin. And basically it was just hanging out in there, and then it came and started to cross the street and head towards our yard from our neighbors. So my wife and I were up on our porch here watching it and waiting to see what it would do. And it just moves for something that has pretty impressive top speed generally. It's hilarious how slow they just amble around most of the time. And so it just hung out here for a moment, and then it heads across and up behind the fence here, and then it actually hung out along the fence for several minutes. And I watched it there, but it didn't do anything exciting. So see, it just goes kind of back behind our fence. It went a little further down and just hung out for a while. And then eventually it kind of walked off back behind our yard and towards our neighbor's house. Alright, so having seen that up close and personal with the giant moose footage, let's get back to Spurs. So here we are in the international break. News came out today that there's a third team that's interested in Højbjerg potentially in January. We saw earlier that, obviously Atleti was the one over the summer that was maybe seemed like the best fit, and then recently Juve's shown interest. Well, now it looks like Roma, where Mourinho's at, also interested in his services. So I think there's going to be demand for him in January, and hopefully one of those teams can come up to close to the asking price, because I think we'll probably be willing to let him go. Hopefully we've already got plans in the works for, that midfield replacement that we're going to need inevitably. I can't really see Conor Gallagher being available from Chelsea. I mean, he's literally been their captain recently. I think Pochettino likes him a lot, and he's getting game time, so it doesn't seem like an obvious guy that they're going to want to move. So good question of who we'll bring in potentially, and obviously we'll also hopefully be getting back Bentancur around that time too. So that'll be interesting. Switching gears though, came out today that Sonny was the Premier League Player of the Month for September. So back-to-back Spurs players getting the award, and it kind of makes sense. He had a monster month with 5 goals and led us to the top of the table. So makes sense, and that's pretty exciting for him to get that recognition. And the last thing, since we're on the international break, I tracked down at least the Europe fixtures that look promising. I've seen Instagram and other social media pictures of Van der Ven training with Netherlands and Udogie with Italy. I think he's probably going to get both of those guys. I hope will get a chance, but they do have kind of tough games, so we'll see how it develops. But looking at my list here, so this game would be a good one for Udogie to make his debut, perhaps, which is Italy-Malta. I would think that would not be a huge challenge. That one's on the 14th. Also Denmark, Kazakhstan. I expect Pierre to continue his European hot streak. He's been playing well for Denmark. I'm sure he'll be super motivated. Yeah, so then, okay, so Netherlands-France is on the 13th. So that would be a real trial by fire if Van der Ven got some time in that game. But I mean, he's capable, so we'll see what happens there. I'll be watching that with interest. And then, of course, England, Italy on the 17th. And so, yeah, that would be an awesome potential matchup. I'm very curious to see if Destiny will get his shot in one of those first couple games, and hopefully he will. So on that note, I'm going to get out of this rain and put together my quick Moose video here. If you enjoy these, please like and subscribe, and remember, to dare is to do.